Someone invites you to play.
Nympheus, that's why I use a virtual machine. Looks good.
Start to play.
It's been too long. It's been too long. I don't remember any Joseki. I think that this is the one that should give me... Well, that's definitely not Joseki. Well, not remembering Joseki isn't a big problem if your opponent decides that playing Joseki isn't cool. How do I take Sente here? I feel like I just connect, but that is probably passive. I could double Hane here, here, connect. Capture Atari. That's bad. I think that I just give up the corner and take Sente. This is probably bad. I think I just made Hanayul age a few years. Alright, well, White wants to make use of this group, so I'm not going to allow it. Tinging, if you like this game and you have difficulty with handicap games, there is a really fantastic book, which I will grab a link for you. Called How to Play Handicap Go. It's by Yuanzhou, who is extremely good. It's a 7-dan. He's got a bunch of books at this point, and they're all fantastic. Yuanzhou, I would have no problem recommending any book that he's written. I don't like pushing on the fourth line at this point. I push, he plays here. It's a little bit uncomfortable. I think that I'm going to undermine what he's doing. My group is totally solid now, so there's nothing that White can do that's in any way scary. Alright. I want to press this against my thickness. I think that that's probably the best move. Like, this White group is unconditionally alive, but using these stones, now that I've got this wall, feels really important. Let's make this an interesting game. This is way too aggressive, but this feels like the kind of game I want to play right now. calming music and violent go. That's pretty much my style. Ruby Booty. My tournament games have tended to take hours as well. It's a delightful game and delightfully deep. I don't have a great position to attack with yet, and I can't really take much territory by attacking. So let's go ahead and we'll play here. He's going to jump out, and that's fine. That's unexpected. Yeah, that's fine. This white is... I don't know what white's thinking. Well, let's go ahead and take some cash. You took my corner. I'm going to take yours back. No, Nympheus, I don't bite my nails. I was actually supposed to descend first. And at this point, can I still make it work? Actually not sure. It was dumb. That was a really bad move. Ladder is broken for white for now. It's annoying though. Yeah, this still works. So if white walks one further, there's a Tsuji here that I have to be careful about. Okay. Well, let's push. Yo, Lord Spacehawk, how's it going? Let's push once more. Alright, let's fight. I don't have any weak groups. Hey, Cosmic Nana, how's it going? You don't need to connect underneath. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this then. So I can take immediate profit by cutting here. Cutting anywhere else is a problem. I can also walk. He connects. Turn. Descends. He's got eye shape. Eye shape is easy. I'm not sure. It's a lot of points. That's a lot of points to ignore. Yeah, Hanayul. I mean, I would definitely not say that I'm a hacking master, but information security is definitely where my passions lie. Normally I play really greedy, so cutting here feels like a great idea. But one of my biggest downfalls when I was playing tournaments was that I was too greedy, and that's why I never got past 2 Dawn in the AGA. So let's back off, and if white continues pushing... Oh, that's interesting. Alright, well, let's turn. We can turn. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, there. We'll make cash. Now I've got cash. Arctic Reverse, I have feelings about the situation that gave rise to Windcry. This is strong now, so I can touch it. It's fine. Yep. This one too? Yep. I don't feel like that forcing move is worthwhile right now. Mm. All right. My corner is now super safe, and there's a scary possibility here. We'll see. We'll see how this turns out. This is probably going to be a loss at this point because I played weird, but I feel like this works. I feel like this still works. Doesn't have to be double co. Let's just resolve this. I would prefer that this not be something that hangs around. Cool. Well, that was fun. Yeah, tinging. It was a really long shot ko for black, or for white, to kill the black group. I was surprised. I was surprised that I was able to do that. Definitely didn't play well. But this double hunting, this was a surprise. Back when I played a lot of tournaments, I would have gladly done this. This exchange would have been something that I readily went for. But I also used to play way too greedy, and it got me into a lot of trouble when I was playing tournaments. So since I've gotten back into Go, I've been trying to learn to back off a little bit. You would like to understand what you just saw. Fair enough. Well, let's look at the result, maybe. There we go. So, presently, we're in a situation called Ko. So in Ko, you're not allowed to retake a stone. You're not allowed to create the previous board position. So, for example, right here, black needs to play anywhere else. So I could have played like here. White defends. And then I'm allowed to take this stone again. White has to fill all of these outside spaces. We call them liberties in English. All of these outside spaces to be able to kill me. And I can kill white in one move. So all of this at this point is black territory, and I got a ton of captures, which is a lot of points. This feels like an unwinnable game for white at this point. So that's why what you just saw was a resignation. Yeah, the two-step Hane really surprised me. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't consider it as a possibility, just because of this cut. It feels so. I mean, to somebody who's very greedy, it feels very severe. I'm not sure. I feel like this is probably still not the worst thing ever for black, although it weakens this group substantially. I'd have a really hard time with this group. I'd probably have to find a way to sacrifice it and make use of it that way, or just play here and connect underneath, which isn't the most palatable thing ever, because white gets to dig into my corner, but it's doable. Actually, no, I don't think that works for white. That doesn't work, does it? Ah, white has this one. Yeah, so white lives, no problem. Yeah, this might have been better, actually. This wouldn't be played yet. And then white can just force here. Fuseki is so weird in on Fox, I found. Really? Oh. That's interesting. That it just creates new variations, even when you play the moves in the game. So here I was expecting this one. Maybe it's not considered a great Joseki anymore. I was expecting to do that. And then just take Sente. Or, wait, no, you back off first. White plays here, is that right? I forget this Joseki. I've totally forgotten this Joseki, although I used to play it whenever I wasn't allowed to make the micro-Chinese. This is far and away as black my favorite Fuseki, so that's what I was hoping for. But I'm guessing that this white doesn't like playing against it, and that's understandable. I don't like playing against it either. I don't think I've ever seen this one. So I'm gonna have to check that one in my books and see if that exists as a thing. It feels like it's probably a trick play. Mothman, Joseki, no space, single word there, is a pattern of moves that is believed to be roughly equal for both parties in terms of its outcome. Most Josekis are only local, although there are mid-game Josekis that are considered to be roughly equal in a more global sense as well. But the idea is that there are some patterns in the corner, like the most...
Someone invites you to play.
Not right now, I'm talking. There are joseki, for example. I think most people learn this one as their first joseki, which for a long time was considered to be roughly equal, although at this point the feeling is that it slightly favors black, just because black has this, whereas white blocking off the corner is a little bit less palatable, since white's already spent these two moves on this diagonal and there's not a ton of space after this stone. No, I'm not in the go watching mood right now. That said, if you're considering starting playing Go, don't worry about joseki. Joseki is not something that you should be worried about before you have a pretty okay grasp of the fundamentals of the game, at least. Joseki is one of those things that tends to be viewed as a prescriptive thing, which is a pretty quick trap to fall into, pretty easy trap to fall into, rather. In fact, there's a really good book that I like, which is unfortunately out of print at this point, called The Great Joseki Debates, that sets up some whole board positions and asks what the appropriate joseki is in that case, because there are lots that could be chosen from. Nympheus, I've had some other issues, actually, audio-wise. It might be the VM. But, like, I've also got Magic the Gathering Online on this machine. And Magic the Gathering Online doesn't have any audio quirks, which tells me that it might be the VM, but it might be only certain programs running inside the VM. Nympheus, no, I have not run this on outside of a VM. I've ran it and it clipped in multiple VMs, Oracle and VMware. Whereas there are plenty of other things which don't clip at all. But I can't even get this running under Wine, so it's not something that I can really test outside of a VM presently. If Wine ever runs nicely. Oh, I may well have misspoke as well. I was in the middle of a game of Go. It's pretty easy to misspeak when you're otherwise distracted. This was an interesting game. I need to read up on this. I need to see if this is a pattern that I should know.